Bethesda owes you nothing. Welcome back to another Megiddo Gaming video. There's another version of this where I'm ranting and raving, calling out another YouTuber. If you want to see that version, let me know down in the comments section below. I may upload it. But yes, Bethesda doesn't owe you anything. Yes, there was some trouble at release. There was some issues with collector's editions, things like that. But let me tell you why. That the First World membership is not a personal attack, and why it doesn't have to be free. Back at E3, they announced an online Fallout experience. Shortly after, there was a no-clip documentary saying that there was free DLC. Within that time, people could pre-order their games, and then release occurred. We'll skip over the whole beta fiasco. Let's say you got about 100 plus hours of quality gameplay. You know, times when there were no disconnects, not heavy lag, you had fun with your friends, or just grinding out to get the best gear. If you bought the base game for $60, that's it. You got your money's worth. Look at a game like Uncharted where you get, maybe 9 hours of gameplay for the same price. But during this time for over this year, we've been receiving that free DLC they talked about through different events, community events, the Purveyor, the Burrows, the Raids, all of that. And while they're trying to maintain the server and put out updates, maybe not as fast as we'd like, but at once, 2 months in where people said that the game would die and Bethesda would cut bait and run, they have stuck with it and they've supported it. I personally feel everyone got their money's worth. I don't like saying the word feel, but I feel satisfied, and I think logically I should, based on how much money I put in and how much entertainment I got out of it. Some of you may not feel the same. A lot of you expressed as such that the new first membership should be free. Some say that it should have came out at release day. Now, whether they had it in off mode or it was barely a twinkle in someone's eye, that wasn't in the agreement at the time of release and pre-order. There's no reason for them to give that to you for free. Not all of their DLC has to be for free. They've given us more than enough. They've given us Atom Shop items, which we can earn atoms in-game to purchase. And this is one of the few things that you have to buy, unless you count like an Atom bundle, which includes like some kind of costume. The other argument is that it can be pay to win. I'm not arguing that fact. I do think they dropped the ball on that, considering Flux counts as scrap, and being able to store so much of that since it weighs so much is kind of pay to win-ish. But it may also just drive prices down and it could balance itself out. Considering that PvP is practically dead, I don't know if we can consider anything really pay to win anymore, since the only advantage is that you'd run into other players in adventure mode that will allow you to clear content faster. Now, since the beginning, people wanted to play pure solo, not just pacifist mode, but with no one else. Now, to run a server, an extra server, costs money. And I've seen different arguments from the past, current day, that say that it doesn't. But as someone that hosted their own server, either by paying through Fragnet or at one point purchasing my own equipment and hosting a server, it does cost money. Now, it may not cost Bethesda as much, since they're a bigger company, but you got to think of it this way. If there's 30 active servers and you're on one of them, and you drop out and go onto your private server, that's a total of 31 servers, because there's still going to be other people playing on that server you were just on. And it takes resources to run that server. Now, they don't run in Atlas mode like they did in Fallout 4. So there are some things that are generated and some that are not. And so it's going to be more resource heavy than even, say, a Minecraft server. Doesn't mean that they pay for the best servers, as we've seen with some stability issues, but that's besides the point. But what I'm saying is, if you paid your $60 and you got plenty of hours of entertainment back, and they stuck to their word about free DLC, they don't owe you anything. Yes, you can be upset that there's scrap kits and repair kits and things like that, and that it can be pay to win or pay to progress, or, you know, they had made promises that it was only supposed to be cosmetic items. And in the end, what Todd Howard and Pete Hines says isn't gospel. That's part of the reason why they don't say very much on Twitter anymore, because ZeniMax and their investors are the ones that have final say on what comes through. So they've kind of shut their mouths on that because, well, they messed up. It's kind of like mom saying you can have ice cream when dad said you couldn't, you know, something like that. But that's just it. Bethesda doesn't owe you anything as long as you got a return on investment in quality entertainment, time-wise, compared to something else you'd have to buy 3 to 4 games to get the same. They're going to continue to support this game. They're going to continue to come out with free content, and they're going to continue to come out with content that costs money. Because not everyone is buying the Raider Renegade packs and things like that. They need to have money to pay their developers, to keep their investors happy, and to keep the servers on. And so if you feel like donating money, go ahead and do it. I know I did, and I will continue to do so as long as the game brings me enjoyment. And that's the whole point. And all the people saying that other people shouldn't buy first membership or anything like that, you get out of a game what you want out of the game. You play it the way you want. If someone likes playing PvP, that doesn't mean everyone has to play PvP. Everyone enjoys it in a different way. And if you want to continue to support the game, do so. And let me know down in the comment section below. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with other people like Clean Prince Gaming, or, you know, pretty much everyone else is anti-Bethesda at this point. So I guess I'm the only one that's agreeable in what they're doing. Let me know down in the comment section below. And you know what? I'll see you out there.